Good evening. I'm Joe Ryan, your Master of Ceremonies for this evening's 26th Annual Lincoln Community High School Grand March. On behalf of Mary Todd's Gold Crown Hallmark, Flossie's and Delzina's Gourmet Grind and Gifts, WLCN 96.3 FM, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Ace Hardware in Lincoln for providing all the beautiful flowers, trees, and shrubs for tonight's 26th Annual Red Carpet Runway and Royal Grand March event, and the Holly Payne Moore DJ Experience for providing tonight's musical entertainment. A special thanks to Flowers and Things Floral and Gifts located across from RP Lumber in Lincoln for providing my Armani Classics Collection tuxedo and boutonniere and wristlet for Lisa, the Fix 96 prize girl, on the red carpet runway. Tonight's prom queen tiara was once again provided by MKS Jewelers located in downtown Lincoln. Tonight's ceremony will be available for viewing on WLCNonline.com and Comcast Channel 5. Also, professional photographer Janie Cheeger is snapping photos as the couples are announced and will have these available for viewing on her website. The Red Carpet Runway and Royal Grand March would not be possible without these fine sponsors: Mary Todd's Gold Crown Hallmark, Flossie's and Delzina's Gourmet Grind and Gifts, Jimmick Zamus Ford Lincoln, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, the City of Lincoln, the Logan County Board, Dennis Reeves, Walt Landers, Sheriff Steve Nichols, and Lloyd Kirby, Culligan Water of Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Janie Cheeger Photography, ALMH, Mama's Arcade, the Healthy Communities Partnership, the Holly Payne Moore DJ Experience, Ace Hardware, MKS Jewelers, the Sun Loan Company and Tax Service, Beck's Travel Plaza, Logan Lane's Family Fun Center, Stuffteria Pizza, Blake's Hair and Nail Salon, Flowers and Things, the Lincoln Theater 4, and WLCN 96.3 and WLCNonline.com. We're going to get started.
Ready to go?
Hang on, guys. Let them all get a good look at you. You're just first. Alicia Barnes, Katrina Goodfellow, and Jesse Pedigo.
You can go on.
Jade Milam and Evan Applegate. Miss Taylor Thrasher and Taylor Coy. Miss Sarah Adams and Justin Crumpler. Miss Tabitha Manus and Quentin Fischel. Miss Brittany Crabtree and Kyle Freese. Miss Anna Spaulding and her escort Taylor Bell. Miss Marion Tice and her escort Elijah Chapman. Miss Mackenzie Landers and her escort Braden Tanner. Miss Lena Stapleton and her escort Zach McCrae. Miss Anna Walters and her escort Colton Clark. Miss Alexis Kuznick and her escort Hayden Slater. Long way. Nice job. Miss Casey SQ and her escort Luke Bramwell. Miss Kaylin Roberts and her escort, Christian Anderson. Right there, good. Miss Sammy Kling and her escort, Tyler Ferguson. Miss Nicole Gale and her escort, Jacob White. Miss Tori Galeher and her escort, Zachary Gill. Miss Kelsey Pickett and her escort, Tim Jackson. Miss Kinsey Bryant and her escort, Kenneth Bacon. Miss Jenna Graham and her escort, Andrew Lambert. Miss Jenna Meister and her escort, Terry Helton. Miss Kate Benner and her escort, Max Koning. Miss Allison Lutz and her escort, Nathan Binns. Miss Adrienne Clockengay and her escort, Connor Routson. Miss Lene Lowenstein and her escort, Nate Sprague. Miss Olivia Hudspeth and her escort, Quentin Batley. Miss Alexis Beard and her escort, Nolan Hullinger. Kids. Miss Cara Dean and her escort, Jack White. Miss Holly Davis and her escort, Aaron Hop. Miss Jaylee Swinford and her escort, Cooper Hake. Miss Caitlin Steffens and her escort, KJ Fry. Slow down. It's not a race. She has heels on. Miss Callie Rogers and her escort, David Biggs. Miss Julia Wynn and her escort, Garrett Isles. Miss Morgan Lolling and her escort, Ryan Thomas. Miss Kirsten Prater and her escort, Carter Brown. Miss Caitlin Hofert and her escort, Cole Sheely. Miss Allison Bone and her escort, Garrett Schreiner. Miss Catherine Noby and her escort, Timothy Kieser. Miss Kylie Reckart and her escort Paul Farmer.
Did you tell me 5:15? Starts at 5. Here's what I'm doing. I get a close up of them. I mention their names.
Miss Ashley Lesson and her escort Timothy Burris.
And sort of zoom out a little bit and follow and get the full length of the dress. Until it gets about here, and I'll just go back.
Miss Courtney Miller and her escort Andrew Simmer.
Got it?
Miss Riley Hobbs and her escort Damian Baker.
Sorry, I thought I'll cover this later.
Gotta creep towards mine.
Okay.
Drop it off.
Okay.
Miss Ashley Miller and Paige Haynes. Miss Mackenzie Wood. Miss Megan Jackson and her escort Jim Seeloff. Miss Heather Van Cleve and her escort Joshua Mangano. Miss Courtney McAllister and her escort Travis Zemer. Miss Madeline Cooper and her escort, Chris Dawn. Miss Olivia Habing and her escort, Brian Summers. Miss Madison Long and her escort, Hayden Williams. Miss Riley Gallagher and her escort, Tyler Stankovich. Miss Madeline Adams Wynn and her escort, Tyler Gilmore. Miss Brianna Hernandez and her escort, Scott Lemmy. Miss Jessica Plummer and her escort, Preston Martin. Harbor and her escort, Bobby Jones. Miss Bailey Camp and her escort, Luke Litterly. Miss Reagan Dom and her escort, Brandon Crawford. Miss Lexi Lanning and her escort, Christian Bennett. Miss Allison Baker and her escort, Ethan Kubat. Miss Kylene Calvert and her escort, Lane Berglund. Miss Natalie Oltmans and her escort, Brock Bunner. Miss J.C. White and her escort, Justin Hall. Miss Isabel Thompson and her escort, Connor Neitzel. Miss Katie Hunsley and her escort, Ryan Rutsky. Miss Caitlin Helton and her escort, Alexander Shue. Miss Shelby Harrison. Miss Maddie Ewald and her escort, Andrew Coop. Miss Emery Walters and her escort, J.D. Eichenbrod. Miss Madeline Thomas and her escort, Kevin Barker. Miss Rachel Stein and her escort, Josh Meter. Good, dude. Miss Caitlin Hasbury and her escort, Evan Bailey. Miss Naomi Bailey and her escort, Jake Wood. Miss Ashlyn Marthers and her escort, Ethan Kunkel. Miss Taylor Sparrow and her escort, Zachary Boss. Miss Alexis Grimsley and her escort, Michael Modoff. Miss Rachel Lockenauer and her escort, Ty Whitetree. Miss Gabby Waybright and her escort, Keegan Lowling Houghton. Miss Kristen Lair and her escort, Will Crane. Miss Tierney Eads and her escort, Kobe Bottrell. Miss Jairus Bender and her escort, Marcus Cunningham. Miss Emily Martinez and her escort, Sage Conradi. Slow down. Miss Tabitha Cooley and her escort, Colton Grant. Miss Ryan Rolfs and her escort, Ian Neitzel. Miss Heather Curry and her escort, Wyatt Conradi. Miss Grace Konzik and her escort Cameron Anderson. Miss Taylor Rich and her escort Jordan Barnes. Miss Carrie Benjamin and her escort Stephen Schlish. Miss Emily Mox and her escort Jonathan Orr. Miss Madison Iva Kidd and her escort Preston Brooks. Miss Taylor Walters and her escort Brock Burge. Miss Brooke Sebbing and her escort Levi Curry. Miss Jenna Irwin and her escort Kyle Fitzpatrick. Miss Maddie Guy and her escort Bryson Hicks. Miss Tara Bradley and her escort Jordan Perry. Miss Sydney Johnson and her escort Ian Herzog. Miss Danielle Burgrave and her escort Ty Tucker. Miss Haley Williams and her escort Will Cook. Miss Betsy Olson and her escort Aaron Butler. Miss Alexis Morris and her escort Brock Maroon. Miss Abby Klein and her escort, Brian Burke. Miss Kinsey Cooper and her escort, Peyton Ebelair.
Right there.
Miss Morgan Harris and her escort, Gage Vinson. Miss Leah Anderson and her escort, Gavin Block. Miss Lexi Clockengay and her escort, Jordan Yarko. Miss Brighton Robbins and her escort, Zach Lee. Miss Katie Harris and her escort, Brock Tober. Miss Ayana Portis and her escort, Trey Nicholas Jones. Miss Kayla Hunt and Danielle Glover and their escort, Daryl Hunt. Miss Jean Lolling and her escort, Daniel Maxey. Miss Madeline Phyllis and her escort, Braden Brooks. Miss Devin Watt and her escort, Isaiah Bowers. Miss Stephanie Deeb and friend Kristen Colbert. Miss Abby Morgan and her escort, Dustin Robertson.
Oh my gosh.
Miss Kristen Engelhardt and her escort, Bobby Donofsky. Miss Grace Walters and her escort, Brent Metalco. Miss Macy Rankin and her escort, Austin Crawford. Miss Hannah Cameron and her escort, Griffin Pollock. Miss Chelsea McKenzie and her escort, Adam Wright. Miss Kinsey O'Donohue and her escort, Robert Richmond. Miss Keely Lineback and her escort, Tim Riddle. Miss Alyssa Zimmer and her escort, Ryan Crawley. Miss Morgan Coffey and her escort, Chase Turner. Miss Bailey Snyder and her escort, Kyle Fulsher. Miss Alyssa Cox and her escort, Shamir Wahab. Miss Lexi Groves and her escort, Levi Townsend. Miss Faith Smith and her escort, Trenton Crawford. Miss Bailey Parker and her escort, Caleb Sager. Miss Samantha Beard and her escort, Nathan Gleason. Miss Emily Van Note and her escort, Tyler Long. Miss Emily Sanders and her escort, Ryan Montcalm. Miss Natalia Alashenko and her escort, Joey Bergman. Miss Lexi Tibbs and her escort, Logan Thompson. Miss Haley Turner and her escort, Connor Albertson. Miss Caitlin Williams and her escort, Corey Barnes. Miss Rachel Meter and her escort, Ridge Redferrin. Miss Angel Quarrel and her escort, Dakota Dink. This concludes the 26th Annual LCHS Royal Grand March, brought to you by Mary Todd's Gold Crown Hallmark, Flossie's and Delzina's Gourmet Grind and Gifts, the City of Lincoln, the Logan County Board, and WLCN 96.3 FM. Thank you for attending, and please drive safely. Please support all of the fine sponsors for making this event happen. To view the Grand March, the red carpet runway, and Royal Grand March photos and videos, log on to WLCNonline.com. Watch Comcast Channel 5 and contact Janae Cheeger Photography, located at 205 South Sangamon Street in Lincoln. See you next year.